Hello Ayearathon fam, and welcome to my video where I'm going to share with you 5 retellings and 5 series that I would recommend, because this month's challenge is to read series and the theme is retelling, so I thought I would do my recommendations so if you need some. So first of all, I'm going to share with you my 5 retellings, the first of which is the Lunar Chronicles series, beginning with Cinder. Now I've only read Cinder and Scarlet, but I really enjoyed it. Now Cinder, it's a retelling of Cinderella, and it's just like robots, and it's just really cool, and I need to reread this actually, so I just love it so much. And then Scarlet is like Red Riding Hood, and yeah, they have like different characters that are just like retellings, which is really good. Marissa Meyer is just fantastic, and I totally recommend this series. The next retelling I'm going to share with you is actually a recent read of mine, and that is Shell by Paula Rawson. I'll place the picture over here because it's currently boxed away in my red books in my garage, and this is basically a retelling YA twist on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and it's really good. It's about this girl, she has cancer, and then one day she wakes up in this body and like everything is different. Her eyes are different and everything is bizarre, and everybody's keeping secrets from her, and she's got to try and live this new life as a new identity, and it's really cool and really interesting, and I totally recommend it. Next of all retelling would be Percy Jackson, and this is by Rick Riordan. Now this is like the series in general, but I've only read the first book, but I do need to reread the first book. Now first book's Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Now this is a retelling, basically stories on the gods, so like Zeus, and Percy Jackson is like a demigod. It's like really good, and you get like all like gods and all that in this book, and yeah, I totally recommend it. The next retelling that I recommend to you guys is My Name is Rapunzel by Casey Hilton. Now this is a retelling on the story of Rapunzel, but this book is like really interesting because it's like Rapunzel, like her real story sort of thing, like there's a dragon in it, and it's really cool, and I need to reread this, but I really enjoyed it when I first actually read this as an ARC, but I love the cover as well, guys. This is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, if you like Rapunzel stories, then this is what I recommend. And the last book retelling that I'm going to share with you is Ella Enchanted. So I'll place the picture over here. This got made into a movie, and I love the movie so much. The movie is awesome, so if you want to see the movie as well, I totally recommend it. But it's also a book, and this is like a Cinderella sort of retelling. It's about this girl who one day is sort of cursed by this silly fairy godmother, where she is taught to sort of obey. So if somebody actually tells her something like go do that, then she has to, because that's the curse that's put upon her. And so she's just sort of lives with that, and then there's like a prince involved, and oh, it's so awesome, and it's so cute, and I totally recommend it. So that is going to end with my retellings. Now I'm going to go on to 5 series that I recommend. So the first series I'm going to recommend is the Shatter Me series by Tahara Murphy. Reason being is because the 4th book is actually being released this very month, and it was originally a trilogy. Now it's being made into a series, and it's so awesome. This is about a girl who, if she touches people, then she kills them basically. So yeah, it's really awesome, and so much like conflict and things that go on this. Like I need to reread this so much because like I loved it so much, and like I love how like throughout the book there's just like these places where they're like crossed out, and yeah, it's really good, and I totally recommend that you begin this now, especially as the new book's coming out. The next book series that I recommend is the Maradaya trilogy, and the first book is The Unbecoming of Maradaya. It's by Michelle Hodkin, and she's written 3 books in this trilogy, and she has started a new trilogy which is like a spin-off, which is from the male's perspective, Noah Shaw. And if you read these books, you will totally understand why she's done that, because Noah Shaw is absolutely awesome. These are really sort of like haunting and scary books. It's really like creepy. Like, it starts like with this girl called Mara, and she wakes up in a hospital. She has no memory how she got there, and it's so creepy, and I totally recommend it. The next series that I recommend you binging is the Geek Girl series by Holly Smell. Now this is like the third book, I think, because I've only read like 3 books in this. Starts off with Geek Girl, the second book is Modern Misfit. This is about a girl called Harriet Manners, and she one day like stupidly ends up getting herself involved in the situation where she ends up being this model. And so it's just like her hilarious tales of her modelling times, of her trying to be a model, and she's so funny because she's a geek. She spits out like geeky facts all the time. I find myself laughing in every single one of these books. They are laugh out loud funny, they make you feel really good, they're so easy to get through, and I love them so much. I mean, look at the font size, like it's so easy to sort of get through, and I totally love it. And yeah, I need to like continue on with this and read it because I love it so much, but I totally recommend it if you want a really feel good laugh out loud series. The next series that I'm recommending to you guys is the Blood of Eden series by Julie Kagawa. The first book is The Immortal Rules. This is a dark book. Now this is not cheesy in any way whatsoever, which is what I like about it, and it's very addicting. This is about a girl, and one day she is sort of like given the choice to either live to be a vampire or to like be hunted down as a human, and so she ends up being like trained as this vampire. And this isn't a spoiler because this is literally at the very beginning of the book. So she is created into a vampire, so she has to learn to adapt to be a vampire, and yeah, it's really dark and interesting. It's like a dystopian vampire novel, so it's sort of like as if like vampires were taking over, and it's really good. It's really addictive. I got through this book like well fast, and it's so good, and like the books end like so fantastically. I want to reread it because like, oh, the second book has such a massive cliffhanger that I was just like, ooh. But it's a new trilogy, but I totally recommend it. And the last series I'm going to recommend to you guys, it's a very hyped series, but I love it so much in my heart, and that is the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. The first book is The City of Bones, and this is about shadow hunters, basically people that hunt demons. And one day we have Clary Frey, who she has no idea that she is one, and then one day her mum goes missing, this demon attacks in her house, and then she is entered into this world of the shadow hunters. She can see the shadow hunters, and she learns to become a shadow hunter. She learns more about her father who she didn't know about and things like that, and it's so addictive, it's so cool. She meets new characters, new friends, and yeah, it's super awesome. I totally recommend this series. So there you have it, guys. Those were 5 book retellings that I would recommend to you guys, and also 5 book series that I would recommend. So I hope that gives you quite a vast sort of choice of books to read during this week if you own any of these, but these are ones that I recommend to you guys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys during the readathon. Bye!